I will show you how to manage your trading accounts like the 1% do, because otherwise you lose. The 10-60-30 rule is what I follow to stay in this 1%, and you should too, because if you don't, you will end up being one of the bad statistics. Prop firms report that less than 5% of their clients get funded and only 1% receive payouts. The largest brokers report that over 80% of their traders lose their money, and the other 20 don't necessarily lose, but they don't profit either. Only 1% of traders actually make money and protect their account balances. So how does one stay in this 1%? I've been trading for over 10 years and I wasn't in that 1% at the beginning. I reached the stage of being profitable the hard way. I lost many accounts, I failed with many robots, and in this video I will share everything you need to know so you can manage your accounts in the best possible way to make sure you don't lose your savings. At the end of the video you will be like, oh, now I know what to do. So I'll start with the 10% part of the rule. For the purpose of the video, let's use an example of $100,000 capital. If you make $150,000 a year, for example, and all your total expenses are $50,000, which is exactly $4,166 a month, you have $100,000 left to trade, invest, spend, or lose. So the 10% is savings. Deposit the $10,000 in your bank account or any app where you can earn interest on your savings, like Revolut or Trading212. Life is unpredictable and you want to make sure you have some savings for any unexpected expenses that may pop up. Some of my subscribers share that they spend all of their savings on prop firm challenges hoping to get funded. Please don't do that, because here are the stats for passing a prop firm challenge with a 10% profit target, 10% max loss, and 5% daily loss limit. FTMO, with various industry discussions and trader feedback in internet, suggests a pass rate of approximately 8%. The funded trader, out of 6,935 accounts, only 395 traders, which is 5.7%, reached the funded stage, and just 82 or 1.2% received payouts. My funded FX, out of 5,941 accounts, 1,452 traders passed the challenge accounts, with a pass rate of approximately 24.4%. Alright, I don't trust the last one, but overall 5 out of 100 traders get funded, and just 1 out of those 5 receives a payout at least once. For a second payout, it's safe to assume the stats drop significantly lower, and it will be great if you share down in the comments how many challenges you bought and you lost, and how many payouts you received. Then 60% goes to real estate, whether this is your mortgage or you invest in rental properties. This year I managed to purchase my first house where I live, and honestly I feel it took me longer than it should have. The price of real estate climbed with notable trends in the past year and the past decade, but I was really focused on my trading and YouTube channel, and I wanted to master it all before taking this huge step. But putting 60% of your capital into real estate is a good move, because here are the stats. In 2022 and 2023, the US house prices rose about 7%. Over the last 10 years, prices jumped over 70%, mainly due to low interest rates and demand after the pandemic. In Europe, housing prices increased by 5 to 10% in many countries over the past year, with countries like Portugal and the Netherlands were seeing prices double or more over the decades. And that's why I said I feel like I waited too long, but better late than never, right? Also, if your capital is not 100,000 as the example I picked in this video, but $10,000 a year, then 60% would be 6,000 or $500 a month. That is still something you can use for a mortgage or 1 or 2 bedroom apartments in many countries around the world. But always consider if the interest rates are increasing or decreasing. Alright, it is time for the trading. The 30% left I dedicate to trading accounts and investment accounts. And here is the key. I split the 30% of my capital into crypto, stocks, and algo trading. So I risk only 10% of my capital for live trading accounts. This is what gives me peace of mind. If I blow all the accounts, which never happens anymore, and I will share how I have protected myself from this, I would lose only 10% of my capital. And while that would of course be very unpleasant, it won't affect my way of life too much. But before I show you my live accounts, let me show you how I invest the 10% in crypto and in stocks. And probably you've noticed in my videos those two tabs, this one over here on the top and that one over here on the top. That is the crypto, that is the stocks. And I'll start with the crypto. So I'll drag and drop it over my recording screen, and you will see that I use technical analysis to decide when I want to buy or sell some crypto. And I usually put the hearts when I sell it, and I put the cats when I want to pick some short-term movements, and the train represents a long-term movement. For example, the last time I have bought Bitcoin was down in here in 30,000 when it was breaking this range, and then I have sold it at the record highs of 69,000. Then for the short term, right in here, if I just zoom the chart, I bought when it broke that short term counter trend line, and I immediately sold it. Then I've bought another one in here, so my average price I believe is at 62,000 something, and I still keep that crypto. But later I bought some more and I sold it just before the elections for the US president, because it was not really sure what's gonna happen and the markets were up and down, so it's better to stay out from investments in such cases. So pretty much I have sold the short-term investment already, and I'm keeping this long-term. And I use the Binance exchange. Please don't take it as a recommendation, but I want to show you that for that one Bitcoin I have an average cost of $62,060, and at today's rate it is nearly at 75,000. So from that one only I am up about 11,000, but this is only if I sell it. But as I said, that's a long-term investment, so I might hold it for a bit longer. But usually I draw these counter trend lines on the daily chart, and I have a new one over here. So potentially if the price breaks through that counter trend line, I might consider selling it. And I invest only in Bitcoin, no shitty coins, I stay away from those. And if I bring now that chart over here, you will see that here I have the S&P 500. What is my strategy here is I usually look for at least 10% drawdown in order to purchase it, and then again I would look at selling it on a record high. So with this pullback that was followed by the US elections, it didn't really reach my pending orders, but I had one at 5% and one at 10%. And I invest not only in the S&P but as well in some of the popular stocks. Let me show you. I'll put my phone here and I'll show you my portfolio. So you'll see the average price of the S&P 500. So pretty much the return here I have is 11.83%. You will see that from time to time I deposit into the account, and what I have purchased is Google, Amazon, and Apple. The most I have made with Apple, if I click on it, you will see that my average price sits at 172, currently 223, and I am up nearly 30%. From the Amazon, I'm up 60%, and with the Google, 69%. But this is really set and forget. I purchased those and I just forget them. The last time I didn't open the app for over 3 months, and This is how you should do it when you are investing. Of course, you are always welcome to sell at record highs. And now if I show you the website Affiliate Trading Academy, you will see that in the live trading results section, all of my live accounts are transparently shown and visible for everybody with the robots I trade and the track record. So at any moment you can see how each expert advisor or account is performing. This is super useful because I save the time and the money, of course, to the community and the subscribers, so they don't need to test themselves, but they can pick some of the robots I use. And this account, for example, is running now for nearly 170 days, and you see that the total return is already above 100%. So pretty much it's doubled. It started with $200 and now is at the 400 mark. You can see that the equity is $409.49 and the balance is $397.75. And if I show that account, you will see that I'm trading 3 gold expert advisors with the minimum lots allowed, which is 0.01 right in here. And I always aim at trading with low risk settings, the lowest lot possible, many expert advisors in one account, so I diversify the risk, and I aim at having 10 live accounts in my portfolio. Simply managing more is complicated, and actually at the time of recording this video I have 14. You can see them all right in here. And I always test new expert advisors on demo accounts, then I start trading them on small $200 account. I increase the capital to 1,000 only if I see profits on the smaller account, and very importantly, I will stop trading the account if I see a loss of negative 10%. So for example, this combination of the top 3 euro-dollar expert advisors, by looking at the 1-year performance from the top 10 up, is at negative 7.24%, which means that if it reaches overall loss of negative 10%, I will stop trading it. I will handle only a loss of 10% in this small account, and I will look for a better expert advisor or strategy. So the 10% from my capital that I dedicate to live trading accounts, I split to many accounts, and each account I split into different expert advisors and different brokers. So you can see that some of those accounts are with Black Bull. The bigger one are with Eightcap actually. They are one of the reputable brokers I use. So I don't usually put all of my capital with one broker or one platform, and with Eightcap I use them with the bigger accounts because they are fully regulated. And before you put any money into trading or investing, make sure you research well the platform or the broker that you are using, because if you hit on a scam broker, it's done. You lose everything, no matter what strategy you will apply. So leave the link to my live accounts down below in the description, and you can check them out at any moment. And at the end of the day, you have to be happy with what you are doing. And it's crucial to have that internal peace of mind, knowing that you are not risking all of your capital or savings and you are doing the right thing. And for me, the right thing includes helping others. In a few previous videos, I shared that from time to time I make donations, and there is no rule about that. If you feel it's something you want to do, you do it. And today I wanted to show you how you can help others without spending anything. So this time I brought to the local house for underprivileged and homeless kids the bed that our kids used to use. We didn't need it anymore, and instead of selling it for 50 bucks on the used market, we decided to bring it to the house because they actually needed it. And the medical staff there were very grateful because there are many kids and not enough beds. So if you have something at home that you don't need, just have a look around if anybody needs it. You don't need to spend money to help others. Alright, you guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.